In the last episode of River Road Hockey, the Melbourne Ice won 4-2 over the Adelaide Adrenaline. Liam Webster got a hat-trick, Greg Oddie was missing from the game, and there were so many unanswered questions. Can the Adrenaline bounce back and win this game? Do the Ice have it in them to win 2 in a row? What will happen when they actually free Jeff Smith? All of these questions and more will be answered right now. The Melbourne Ice win 3-1 over the Adelaide Adrenaline in a game that ended up being a lot more violent than it started out being. It's a bit of a surprise between these two teams. They're usually classy, finessey teams, but it ended up getting a bit pushy-shovey and a bit angry, and yeah, not a very nice game in the end. The first goal was a power play goal to Jeff Smith with assists to Jason Backlig and Tommy Powell. Baxi was driving the net, Smitty was in front of the net as a screen on Mike Will. Baxi passed the puck over to Smitty and he popped in the goal. The assist to Tommy Powell turned into his 300th career AIHL point. Hey! The second goal was a power play goal to Greg Oddie with assists to Josh Harding and Nico Suoroniemi. It was a wraparound attempt that Oddie was able to stuff between the goal post and Pine Murphy's pad. The third goal was a power play goal to Liam Webster with assists to Tommy Powell and Jeff Smith. Webster was driving to the net, got caught up in a couple of plays and was able to slide at 5-hole through Will. The last goal of the game was a power play goal to Mitch Humphries with assists to Jeremy Brown and Austin McKenzie. Humphries took the shot, it hit the post, rebounded back onto Will's skate and back into the net. All of those goals were power play goals. There must have been a fair few penalties sent out. There were a lot of penalties in the game, but it's more from the Adelaide side. They had 91 penalty minutes compared to the Ice's 16. The funny thing was there were 2 misconducts, 1 match misconduct, 1 game misconduct, all in the third period for the Adrenaline. Some of the big ticket items in that penalty list came from David Chubb. He got 38 penalty minutes. He originally went after Tommy Powell, but ended up in a wrestling match with Jeff Smith. The odd thing about Chubb getting all those penalty minutes is that he just returned this weekend from a couple of months off from injury, so it was really weird that he went out so hard so quickly afterwards. Sean Greer accounted for 27 penalty minutes. He ended up in a fight with Sean Hamilton that Hamilton really didn't want to be in, so it looked like it was this kind of one-sided fight that Greer took all the penalty minutes for. Now, a couple of comments about the fight. Remember, Hamilton also got targeted by Spencer Austin in the second of the Bears games earlier this year, and Greer also took on Doug Wilson Jr. in 2012, and again, Wilson didn't want to fight him, so again, all the penalties were taken by Greer. Just having a quick look at the goalies, Mike Will was in net for the Adrenaline, and again, he played a really massive game. Hell, he's 6'4", he has to play a massive game. Will made 33 saves on 36 shots for a .916 save percentage, and same as the day before, he made a lot of saves that kept the Adrenaline in that game. Jaden Pine Murphy was in net for the Ice again. He made 26 saves on 27 shots for a .962 save percentage, and the only goal he allowed was that Oddie wraparound that he just seemed to be a little bit slow on getting to the net. So with the win, the Melbourne Ice are 1 point shy of locking in another playoff spot for the 2014 finals. The next game is against the Melbourne Mustangs. It is a Mustangs home game, so if you're a Melbourne Ice member, you will need to buy tickets to gain entry. And I gotta say, this game has the opportunity to be an epic game. The Mustangs are in first place. Officially, they are the best team in the league right now. This is the first Melbourne derby where the Mustangs are higher in the standings than the Ice. They have clinched a playoff spot for the first time in club history, and I gotta say they have a great passionate fan base that loves to make a lot of noise, which will make it all the more sweeter when we beat them Thursday night. Go Ice, go! Go Ice, go! Go Ice, go!